Hey, you're listening to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 241. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. We're going to continue Arc of Strixhaven by talking about a swampy swamp bitch. Now hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down, swamp bitch?
Well, not that one, but we could put her in this deck if we wanted to. She doesn't really fit.
Oh, not that one. You mean Shieldred.
Yeah.
Not today's commander.
Not today's commander at all.
Yes, because we're in the Arc of Stonksy, Chonky, Swampy Haven.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct. But before we get to any of that, we have to talk about the stories we're going to tell, the people we're going to thank. Something I thought I was never, ever going to say publicly, I will on the show today.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs.
Very much so. And we talked about it on the pre-show. I've got all of my Commander 21 decks ordered.
It's too bad.
Booster box on the way. Some single loose packs, if you will.
Nice.
Not
nice.
opened, but loose out of a sealed package. Some singles.
Now I'm confused. What do you have? What's in the mail? There's boxes, there's packs, there's singles. What the hell is going on?
There's boxes.
Okay.
There's a box.
Okay.
There's packs. Okay. And there's singles. All from FusionGamingOnline.com. CCO Fusion 5 promo code. 5% off all of my orders. They're all shipped. I'm excited.
Yours too.
Yeah.
If you wanna buy stuff that you're gonna buy anyway, save some cash, help the show out.
Very
CCO
much
Fusion
so.
5.
Yeah. You buy them anyways. Fuck.
Yeah.
Just like subscribing on YouTube. You're watching anyways.
Yeah, just subscribe.
Just subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking bastards. I'm tired of it, okay? I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of like 33% of people who watch us aren't even subscribed. That's probably the people who click on our thumbnail by accident and then just leave after 1 second.
Yeah.
Those people are counted. I'm like, God damn it. This drives me crazy.
These guys suck.
These guys suck.
They don't talk about magic stuff.
They don't talk about magic for like the first 15 minutes of the show. Wait, what?
Let me put that to shame, because we're what? We're 2 minutes in?
Yep.
I'm going to tell a magic thing, because I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to.
Oh, this is it? We're
This
going
is it.
right
We're
into
going
it? No
right-
lube?
No lube. We're going in dry. Bite the headboard, baby. Here it is. Don't
There's
Google
a piece
that.
of leather.
New secret lair announcement.
Oh, God.
Whole bunch of them.
Oh,
came
God.
out.
Here we go.
I hate secret lairs.
Yes.
I do. I hate them. I used to like them.
Is
now
this
I hate 'em.
is this the kind of thing where it's like you used to hate packs, but now you buy like 78 booster fucking boxes every set and just like complain about how bad they are?
No, this is an actual good thing.
Okay.
As of recording today, they came out with the Shockland secret lairs.
Yes.
You can get all 5 of them.
All new art, new flavor text.
Yep.
Yep.
You can get all 5 of them for like 130 USD.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, Joel will probably have a picture of him on the screen or something.
And with that, I think my math is probably wrong, but you get 15 Shocklands, 3 of each. So almost a play set.
I thought you only got 1 of each.
Yeah, if you buy the set of them, you'll end up with 3 of each of the Shocklands.
Ah.
This is for the non-foil one, of course, but I did some research. Ginger Joe out there in the nation helped me out with this.
Never heard of her.
$10 each is what that works out to, approximately.
Sure.
On each Shockland.
Wait, that's actually cheap.
That's super cheap. So
What are you doing?
If you're looking to upgrade your Magic collection, let's say you wanted a better land base, and you just didn't want to invest in shocks because they're between $15 and $30.
If you're in the United States of America,
Yeah,
where you
if you're
don't
in-
have to pay for shipping and
Yes.
charges and duty and taxes and all that shit.
Yes. I guess this is more for American listeners, but if you're looking to upgrade your land base with Shocklands, now's the time.
Do you mean to tell me
That Wizards did a necessary reprint at a price point that actually impacts the availability of necessary staples in our format?
that sounds like something that I would say?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's something that I would say. Here's something that you would say.
Hit me.
Do you mean to tell me that they can just take a monetarily expensive card and print it and sell it direct to consumer for less than retail value? And they're still charging us fucking $12 for double masters packs or more? Is this fucking DDO podcast? Is this who are we? Rando and Brian?
Yes.
What the fuck?
But yes, that's exactly, this is where we have ended up. I can't believe it's happening, but hey, This one time, I'm going to give it to Wizards. I think they did something really cool.
We're gonna give it to him this time instead of fucking sticking it to him.
Exactly.
Is what you mean?
Exactly. And I will be back. And I could dunk on the fact that I can't get that gamble in foil. I'd be mad about that, but I'm not gonna. You know what?
And you're like on Twitter, of course there's a gamble, of course. Well, yeah, of course there is.
Yeah.
It's the only fucking red tutor. They're gonna print it.
But why can't it be foil? Why can't it
yeah.
be foil?
Yeah, I know. I wish that they did foil and non-foil of every secret lair for the people who care about such things.
Yeah,
but
and I know-
I've never bought a secret lair. Probably will never buy a secret lair. And I wanted to buy the Black as Magic one.
Right?
And then I went through the process, and it was just so goddamn much money to get it here.
Oh yeah, being in Canada is the worst.
And maybe I would buy singles and support like Fusion because they buy them and then crack them or whatever, right? And I would go to the store that we work with and I would buy the singles.
Sure.
But I'm seeing all the nightmares of, hey, due to whatever issue the current issue du jour is, nobody can get their Black as Magic. Secret Lairs are getting all those letters. Sorry, it's going to be delayed and whatever,
Oh, wow.
right? So nobody can get them anyways.
What is this, stargazing? Yeah, welcome to my world, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Okay, we talked about some magic.
We did. We talked some magic stuff.
Let's talk about everything fucking else.
Sure.
yeah. This back to CCO land, that is.
We're back out of DDO. We're back off of DDO Drive, back onto CCO Street.
Crescent.
Wait, but that doesn't-
CCO Crescent.
I was alliterating on the sound.
CCO Street.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
that's what I said.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah,
Okay.
CCO Crescent is technically alliteration, but doesn't sound as good.
We got to get a ruling on that. We need
We're
a judge.
We're GCO, Grammar Cookout Podcast.
GCO Podcast, not to be confused with GTA, which is a video game, or
Yeah.
GTO, which is a car,
Yes.
or GTFO, which is get the fuck out.
Which is probably what people is telling us right now.
yeah, people already left. All the YouTube people are like, ah, fuck these guys.
Yeah, these guys suck.
They suck. Let's talk about the Commandy real quick before we change subjects, because I don't think we actually said it yet. Bigger nose than you,
Yeah.
from Stronxy Have. Give them a read? I have no idea.
Willowdusk, the Essence Seer, is a 3/3 for green, black, 1 with 1 tap. Choose another target creature. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of life you gained this turn or the amount of life you lost this turn. Whichever is greater. Activate only as a sorcery.
There we have it. So if you guessed that yesterday on the pre-show, you're entered in to win a Stinky Onion pack bag. That is a booster pack from the actual potato sack that I took out of my pantry. So we'll announce that on next week's show. This week's winner from guessing last week's commander, whatever it was, we don't ever fucking remember, and I didn't write it down. The winner from last week is Ryan White. Great name.
White?
Ryan.
I like when people are named after colors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why
Ryan
the
White.
Cleveland Browns are my favorite football team for a long time, because they're
brown.
Yeah, they're brown. I
Brown.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm totally into that.
Well, instead of being Ryan Brown Star, this is Ryan White Star,
Sure.
which is a road that my parents used to live right by.
Interesting.
Ryan White Star. So get at us, commandercookout@gmail.com. Let us know your address, that you're the Ryan White from... We're a little bit going on the honor system here, so just let us know that you're that Ryan White and your address, and we'll send you a pack. Or if you want to donate it, I save up the packs that like people don't want, or they're like, oh, I'm overseas, or I don't want you to have to spend extra, like send me a pack. I save them up at the end of the year. Maybe we'll give them away to like Christmas presents, or we'll give them to kids or somebody who maybe can't afford them.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
so
like that idea.
If
Give it
that's
back.
a good idea that you want to be a part of, then just let us know that too.
GCO, Giving Cookout Podcast.
Yeah, giving cookout.
I'm going to make that joke, and I'm going to try and drop at least one D's nuts joke during this episode.
Oh,
Me and Taylor across the glass there doing his radio show.
Ah, fuck.
That's a thing that we do at work. We're trying to work in more D's nuts jokes into the workplace.
Into the workplace, onto the air, onto the radio.
Who could say?
You could get in there.
I probably could.
Yeah, well, you already got practice on CCO or GCO as you call it now.
That's right.
So we're doing this life
DCO, D's Nuts Cookout Podcast. Look at that. I told you I was going to do it, and I did it.
Oh man, yeah, there it is. We're doing this life gain, life drain deck.
Yes.
It's part of the Arc of Strixhaven. We've got some video content planned tomorrow. Maybe a commander deck review coming up in the future. I don't have mine yet, but we've got some content planned. If you watch the pre-show, you know what we're talking about.
Yes,
Super fun.
we had some. I had a time opening stuff the other day. Watch the pre-show if you want the rundown of that. But it's going to be pretty good.
Now, before we get to it, though, we've got a couple patrons to thank.
Okay, let's hit them with the truth.
And a couple people to thank for sending in Willowdusk decks. Let's thank them first.
Okay.
Fingerblast Mommy 2. That is Cohen Mommersteig from the preferred deck list channel on our Discord. One of the benefits to becoming a patron over at patreon.com/CCO Podcast.
He is the deck list that we are currently looking at on our screens.
Yes.
Currently.
The other person was Dick of the Dire Hour. That is Richard Dick or Richard Dyer. Dyer.
I'm so happy with that nickname. I'm so happy with that one.
Dick of the Dire Hour sent us Willowdusk Dink Puncher. So we tried to look at it, and he was like, I'm not sure what to do because somebody else already sent this in, and I'm trying not to tell him, like, oh, yeah, we're already doing a Willowdusk deck. We'll just include you.
Yeah,
he sent me that message.
We're going to do both, and then because he put Dink in the name of the name, it got deleted. So...
Yep. And it actually says on Arcadeck that when they can't find a deck list, or if somebody sent you this deck list and it doesn't work, make sure to berate them. It says that right on Arcadeck.
So, buddy, do better next time, all right?
Oh, man, that's great.
We don't appreciate people that suck here in the nation, which is not necessarily true, because look who's running the place, right? But
very much
do better next time, damn it.
Yeah, and we wanted to give you a shout out anyways because you reached out and you sent in a dick list. I'm sure nobody's heard that joke before.
Yeah.
And we wanted to give you credit. So, Dick of the Dire Hour and Fingerblast Mommy 2. Both excellent nicknames.
Yeah, I'm very proud of both of those.
Let's see if we can come up with a couple more because we got some new patrons. This is another benefit for becoming a patron.
A benefit.
Yeah. Yeah, benefit. Here's one for you.
Okay, hit me.
Stephen Bland. Yeah, what if this is fucking, that's it?
Yeah, like, wow. Is that really how you say it?
Stephen, everybody he's ever said, showed it to is like, that's it?
Yeah, that's all you...
Bland.
Really? Really? Is he mono gray Stephen Bland?
Yes, mono gray. Gray on gray sweatsuit.
Yeah.
Fucking Stephen Bland.
Yeah.
Only eats like plain saltine crackers. doesn't
He eats KD without putting the cheese packet on it.
That's mac and cheese in a box for the people from the land of the free.
Wait, they don't have KD down in the States?
Yeah, but it's called mac and cheese. Kraft even makes it, but it's called mac and cheese there. Here, it's called Kraft Dinner. Famously made fun of on South Park by the Canadian guys whose mouths open like this. Kraft Dinner.
Terrence and Phillip.
Yes, Kraft Dinner.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called mac and cheese.
Man, when we go for mac and cheese here, it's like an event. And
yes.
There's like
it
chorizo sausage in it and bacon. And
it is there as well.
A little bit of honey and pork belly. Man, there's
jalapenos.
We should just stop the show right now and go for
you know what? I'm a little bit hungover and I just need water inside me, not salty fucking bacon and mac and cheese. Beer would also work because I have a headache. And the best thing for a hangover when you have a headache, of course, fucking beer.
No, it's Taco Bell.
No, it's beer. Trust me.
I don't know.
Taco Bell's good, but beer will take your headache away. That's important knowledge from the nation.
Well, I find that Taco Bell takes all my pain away and transfers it right to my butt.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Like the pain? Or
well, the pain eventually just congeals in my butt and then flies out of me.
Yeah, it's like concentrated evil coming out the back of you.
Exactly.
It's like you put some wings on you flying like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, you're not lying.
Nicknames. Stephen Bland. Stephen Gray.
Mono gray.
Stephen Bland. Okay, I like that. Okay, John Schultz. Pseudo celebrity. And I stress pseudo.
Okay.
Pseudo celebrity Joey Schultz of Command or EDH Recast.
Okay.
His brother.
Actually, let's bring it back. Let's make it even more Canadian.
Oh.
Because yes, but
okay.
Let's make it even more Canadian. My favorite character on Letterkenny is Schultzy.
Oh, okay.
So.
And Schultzy was a commentator on CFL on TSN.
He's way, way less interesting than Schultzy from Letterkenny.
He passed away. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Canadian sports broadcasting podcast.
Yeah, so he passed away right before the CFL does. got him. Yeah, it's not looking good. And if you're down in the land of the free where they have NFL football, we have CFL football in Canada.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's like it's not like KD and mac and cheese where it's the same exact product.
Yeah,
this is a different product.
it's a little different, and we like it up here.
Oh, it's fine, but it's fine. You know what's fun is going to CFL games that aren't the Rough Riders versus the Blue Bombers. That's a fun time because those two fan bases hate each other, and usually it ends up just showing each other's asses to each other. When they're fucking hammered, then they fight.
Sounds why I go to sporting events, Ryan.
Oh, to see ass?
No, to see people fight.
Nah.
That's why I go. I go to hockey games because the fights are exciting. Not because I like seeing people get punched in the head, bare-knuckled with no protection, but because I think that's exciting and it's the passion and it's... Like, if somebody was to ever fist fight over Magic, first I'd make fun of them.
Yes.
But then later on, I'd be like, man, that was...
Do you remember that time?
That was amazing. Yeah. We definitely tell the story here on the show.
Yeah, you know what there's not enough of?
Fist fights in Magic.
No, there's not enough, like, just brotherly fucking wrestling matches when we go to Magic Fest. Do you remember when we had the Joe's... This is before the fucking dark times we're in now, but F.U. Joe, we never talk about him, but he's on Twitter now.
Oh, cool.
F.U. Joe, he's got his bachelor party. It's at my house. And remember, like, Joel, not Joe, but Joel, moved the tables in the basement, and, like, drug his toe around in a big circle on my carpet downstairs. And him and, who the fuck was it? Him and Mason were like, Mason was like, you used to wrestle, like, you went to nationals and stuff? I could probably take you. And Joel was like, I don't know. I don't know if he could. I'll probably rip my pants, but I will beat you. And he's like, no, you won't. I'm way bigger and stronger than you. And Joel is like, okay. And he just fucking flips him and suplexes him, and there's fucking asses and dinks flying everywhere. They weren't naked. I'm making it sound like they were, but
yeah, well,
they should have been.
That's how wrestling was back in the day.
Yeah.
In the Roman times.
You know what? That's how wrestling's going to be in the fucking CCO nation. You know what? If anybody wants to wrestle, just make sure you're naked and a little bit greased up.
Moving on. Do we have any more nicknames, Ryan?
We do. James Fitzsimmons. Oh, we didn't come up with one for John Schultz. Schultzy, yeah, we fucking did. Yeah, just
Schultzy.
like on Letterkenny.
Yeah.
We're the Letterkenny of naked wrestling now, I guess.
Yeah.
James Fitzsimmons. It's kind of a regular one. It kind of sounds like a name that would be on Spawn.
What about James Fitzsimmons?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that, but maybe he does.
Yes.
Maybe Simmons is huge. We don't know.
Ooh. I would not fit him.
Who can say?
Who can say these things? James Fitzsimon. There it is.
Yeah.
Welcome. F.U. Thank you for becoming a patron.
Why does anybody want these?
I don't know. Why did we spend so much time on them?
We had things to say.
Yeah, we did.
About all sorts of things.
Now, Willowdusk. What's the full name of this commander?
Willowdusk Essence Seer.
I always just want to call it Willowdusk. That's what I'm going to do.
Sure.
Should we do a deck?
I guess.
All right.
All right, where should we start?
Well, Life Gain and Life Drain is the name of the game. I didn't mean to do that, but it just sounded nice. Let's get the ramp out of the way because it's fairly standard stuff.
There's even a standard number.
10.
Yeah, 10 is the number of ramp cards you should play in your deck. And the 10 ramp cards that we are playing are 3 Visits, Talisman of Resilience, Sol Ring, Sakura Tribe Elder, Rampant Growth, Kodama's Reach, Into the North, Farseek, Cultivate, Arcane Signet. I don't think there's anything there that isn't a... Yeah, I know what that does.
Yes, 1, 2, and 3 mana ramp. Fairly standard. Moving on.
Should we do the removal? That's another fairly standard category.
We should touch on some of the cards, though, because there are some that are...
There's some neat stuff.
Yeah, there's not normal cards in there that we play every week.
Let's start with Snuff Out.
Snuffy. Give him the old fucking snuff. Gross. This is a $5 card now for Masks. I bought a collection for $150 one time and had like 50 of these in it. Yeah, cool. So this is a 4-drop, destroy target non-black creature, can't be regenerated, but you may pay 4 life and cast it for free.
If you control a swamp.
Yes, and most likely we will because we're playing... How many swamps we got?
Well, we're playing black, so we
probably got like at least one.
Yeah, we're going to have at least one swamp.
Okay.
Reckless Spite.
Reckless Spite. Look at, he's playing the original one too from Tempest.
I appreciate that.
This was reprinted in like Battle Bond, and it was reprinted in Invasion. That's the one I jam, of course. Destroy 2 non-black creature. lose 5 life.
Ooh. So remember, every
And it's
instance
3
of,
mana.
every instance of losing life, you're going to use your commander to make one of your other creatures bigger.
Oh, yeah.
I like how they
pretty
could.
good.
I like how she couldn't make herself bigger just so that they can swing in and win
Yeah,
with the
well.
commander. That's crazy. Noxious Gear Hulk.
This is the opposite now. When it ETBs, you destroy target creature. If the creature is destroyed this way, you gain life equal to its toughness.
Neat.
Yeah, so life gain now is going to make a creature in our deck bigger. Maybe the Noxious Gear Hulk itself will be bigger.
Ooh.
Yeah, destroy somebody's big, and then make your Noxious Gear Hulk bigger, slap some boots on it, and just crash in.
I dig it.
Yeah.
All right. Murderous Betrayal.
Murderous Betrayal.
This is another Masks block special.
Oh, yeah, this is from Nemesis. Black for an enchantment. I don't know if we ever played this card before, but we probably did. Black, pay half your life. Oh, he's speaking my language. Destroy a creature.
A non-black creature.
Can't be regenerated.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I would fucking do that.
And it's rounded up. No, that means if you have 1, you kill yourself.
Yes.
I wish it was rounded down.
That's fine.
Once you're at 1, you just start plunking their fucking dudes. Oh, yeah.
That's probably why they said it like that.
Shut up.
You know what? Sometimes motherfuckers just gotta die.
Truth.
You know what? I'll pay 20. Fuck it.
I like it.
Yep.
I like the way you think. Morality Spear, or Mortality Spear, I should say.
Oh, Mortality Spear. That is a cool name, hey?
It's got a neat name.
Yeah, this is a new one from Strixhaven. This is green, black 2. Costs 2 less if you've gained life this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Destroy target non-land permy.
I dig that.
Yeah, 2 mana, destroy non-land permanent. All we got to do is gain life. Fuck, oh, sure, I'll gain life.
I'll gain some life. We got a grip.
Yeah, this is Japanese Mystical Archive grip.
I know that one because I opened it and I looked it up. And it's like a sword turning into flowers. It's actually a pretty cool picture.
That is a very nice piece of art.
If you're watching on YouTube, you'll definitely see that we were playing a couple of Japanese cards. All of them look neat.
Yes.
As art pieces. I'm not sure if they're great as Magic cards, but that's for another day. Font of Agonies is the next card.
Font of Agonies is an enchantment for black. Whenever you pay life, put that many blood counters on Font of Agonies?
Mm-hmm.
Blood counters? Okay, maybe you could use those red punch-out counters that we were talking about on the pre-show. And you can go black, 1, remove 4 blood counters, destroy target creature. So we pay life, we get blood counters, we remove blood counters, we destroy a creature.
Yes.
This seems like a fairly long workaround.
But you're paid. Let's keep going.
Sure.
Feed the Swarm.
Feed the Swarm is you make somebody sacrifice an enchantment or a creature? No, it's destroyed, but then we lose life.
Yeah, then you lose life equal to the mana cost of the permanent destroyed.
That's right.
Erebos' Intervention.
Oh, yeah. Target creature gets -X until end of turn. We gain X life, or exile twice X cards from graveyards.
Neat.
That's a good one.
Dismember.
Ooh, yeah. This is Phyrexian Black, and 1. So really it costs 1 and pay 4 life, and give target creature -5/-5. Reminiscent of Snuff Out, and we get to lose life.
Yes.
Cool. I like the card choices in the deck, how they all are like serviceable cards that also hearken to the commander. This is design space that I'm going to talk about later on in the episode.
Culling Ritual?
Culling Rich. This is a card. This is one of the most powerful cards in all of Strixhaven. This is green, black, 2 sorcery. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Add black or blue, green, black or green, for each permanent destroyed this way.
You know what I didn't open?
That? Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish it was just mono black. Then I would play it.
And Beast Within.
Beast Within, yeah, get him.
Yeah,
give him
Within.
a beast.
Should we do some generic good stuff?
Is there generic good? There is.
It says generic good. And
this is generic good with our commander, I think, right?
It's not generic good in general, because this first card is a piece of crap.
This is a not good card.
This is not a good card. It's not generic or good. It's only good in this deck, and it's Tree of Redemption.
Tree of Redemption. It's a 0/13 defender. So there's that.
Yeah.
And then you can tap it to exchange your life total with Tree of Redemption's toughness, which probably means you lose a whole ton of life, and then you put a whole ton of +1/+1 counters on a creature and kill somebody.
Because when you exchange a total that counts as life gain or life loss.
Yes,
That's
because our
important.
life total is going up. It's higher than it used to be, or it's less than it used to be, depending on when we switch.
Exactly. You can just keep switching back and forth to keep making your creatures big.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, like you lose 27, put 27 counters on, then you'll gain that 27 back the next time
turn,
you do
yeah.
it. It's
Provided Tree of Redemption doesn't die.
yeah. 1,000-year elixir.
It gives activated abilities haste, right?
Yep.
And you can untap a creature. So
one and tap it, untap target creature.
So we could plus 27, untap, plus 27 again, maybe a different creature, kill 2 people if they're below 27 and no blocks.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit magic-y, Christmassy, but hey, it could happen.
Fully doable.
Or just to hit somebody for like 54, which is also good,
Yeah, it's not too bad.
which you might have to do.
Sometimes that just needs to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. And a card that has killed me 100% of the time I have played it. Every time I have played this card, it has been the direct result of my downfall in the game, Alhamrat's Archive.
Give her a read.
Alhamrat's Archive is an artifact for 5. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. If you would draw a card, except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead.
So that probably killed you in your Arjun the Shifting Flame deck where
Yep.
you decked yourself?
I just drew into oblivion because I had to draw like 24 cards and I
you had
didn't
to
have
draw
any.
50 cards.
Exactly.
This actually is great with Tree of Redemption because it's like, okay, I'll switch my life total after I've switched it once. So I'm going from 13 to 20 or 13 to 40
Right?
or whatever the math is.
Yeah.
And then you actually go up double. It's not like gain an extra life.
Yeah.
No, it's double.
You're going to gain, instead of 27, it's what, 54?
Yes.
Is that? I think that's math. So those are the generic good cards because those just go everywhere.
Sure. Let's rip through the protection really quick because it's easy.
These are generic good cards. They're Swiftfoot Boots, Lightning Greaves, Heroic Intervention.
So, yeah, we give haste, we attack on a surprise whim when we gain a bunch of life with the boots. And then card draw, because these are kind of cool, kind of new, kind of... Let's look at them.
The first one we have is in Japanese. I don't know what it says. I'm assuming it's Hymn to Torok.
I'm assuming that it's Sign in Blood.
It's one of those two, based on our combined knowledge of the Japanese language.
And this deck, and what we're kind of doing, and Joe's expertise in editing to put the correct card on the screen.
Yeah, who knows what this card is? It could be anything.
Could be anything.
It could be anything
Yeah.
that costs black. Next up, Read the Bones.
Oh, yeah, give him the bone. You draw 2, lose 2.
Peer into the Abyss.
Ooh, this is target player, which is a thing that is sometimes maybe important. Mm-hmm. Fucking creepy picture, too.
It's awesome, yeah.
Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and then loses half their life. This will get somebody into kill them range, right? Or it'll just make one of our creatures really fucking big.
And get us to draw lots of fucking cards.
I like all of those things.
Knight's Whisper.
Draw 2, lose 2.
Greed.
Pay 2 life, draw card. That should maybe be Necropotence. That's fine.
I don't know why Necropotence isn't in the deck. Maybe too expensive. Maybe he doesn't have one.
Both of those things probably.
Necropotence has a place in this deck if you're playing it.
Instead of that blood fucking counter card, I'd put Necropotence because they're both enchantments, and Necropotence not only draws us cards, it facilitates our commander's plan. There it is. There's the
There we go.
review.
Although, I guess if you had both,
Huh?
because Necropotence would work really good.
because you're paying life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Okay.
Blex Vexing Pest.
Oh, what a cool name, hey? I figured out why this guy's got black on the back of him.
Tell me.
Because he's like the mascot for the Witherbloom College, and it's like he's an escaped pest that like the seniors try to make the freshies go out and catch, and then like he's big and smart now, so he outsmarts them, and he like fucking blexes them or does whatever he does, like he inks them like Squidward, I don't know, and then they can't catch him, and it's a hazing thing. So the back of him is them trying to like get him. Anyways, he gives your pests and your rats and your bad guys +1, and he on the back of him, you look at the top 3 cards of your library and you put them into your hand or your graveyard and you lose life, right?
Yep.
Search for Blex, and you don't find them and you have to lose life. That's the hazing ritual. It's flavor. It's a flavor thing. You don't have to like it, but it's a flavor thing. So just get with the fucking program.
Argul's Bloodfast.
This card is so bad. This is pay 2 life, pay 2 mana, draw a card. Then if you have 5 or less life, you flip it into Diamond Valley, right?
Yes.
Did I get there?
That is exactly right.
Okay.
Ooh, and he's playing the fucking cool one.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, the
super map one?
The neat map ones.
Oh, yeah.
I really like those cards. I don't have any of them, and they're so hard to find. I really
Dang.
like them.
You know what? That's the kind of thing that you see at a Magic Fest where it's like, hey, there's the whole set. I should buy it. That's a Magic Fest find right there.
Oh, yeah, and I definitely would.
Oh, yeah.
I would 100% buy those.
Yep.
Those are cool as hell.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, so now where should we go to next, Ryan?
Well, we've got a bunch of like random this deck only categories, but let's do the graveyard getter backers first before we get to their really hyper specific cards.
Which of the Moors?
Which of the Moors? I have no idea because this is a jumpstart card. I have no idea.
It's a 4/4 for black 3 with D-Touch.
Yeah.
At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature and you return up to one target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
Oh,
That's
a getter
really
backer
good.
if
Yeah.
we gain life. And I remember when this card came out now, we were like, I don't know, are we going to gain life? I don't know. Are we? Well, fucking in this deck we are.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Witherbloom is all about life gaining and life draining, right? It's doing what Orzhov does.
What's Witherbloom?
Golgari. The Golgari College at Strixhaven.
What?
Yes.
I thought that was called Willowdusk.
Also,
Oh, man.
we're just confusing the people who are like, yeah.
Regrowth.
That's a getter backer.
Malakir Rebirth.
Ooh, this is a getter backer for a creature, but you lose 2 life on theme, and it flips over into a land.
Yes. And Ewit.
Ewit is a getter backer. Very cool. Now,
Indeed.
yeah, we've got some more life paying. We've got no pain, no gain categories. Let's just lump them all into one because these are the ones that care about like gaining and draining and doing what we want to do.
Or do gaining and draining or whatever.
Yeah.
They're here. So the first one we have Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose.
Veto, $10 Veto. I think a standard plays them.
Standard black? Yeah, maybe. I could see that.
Yeah, sure. This is a 3-drop. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life, and you can pay 5 to give creature you control lifelink until end of turn.
So he's Sanguine Bond with an enabler for Sanguine Bond on him.
Cool.
Neat. And speaking of Sanguine Bond, that's also
We got
in the
Sanguine
deck.
Bond. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses that much life.
Man, am I glad that's not $15 anymore, hey?
Sanguine Bond was never expensive because it's been reprinted a bunch.
What's the one that-
It's
what's the other one?
Innocent Blood. Innocent Blood was the
Innocent Blood?
nope.
No, that's not right. It's on the screen right now.
Fuck.
Joe's got the little dummies.
Dummy. Yeah,
That's
you
what
guys
it
are
says.
idiots. It's Blood Bond combo, right?
Yeah, Bond.
Bond
Blood.
is Sanguine Bond. It's the other one.
Oh, it's on the.
I hate that. We've been doing that lots lately.
yeah, and it's on
We've
the-
been looking at too many cards.
It's at the beginning of my brain. Like
I got the picture in my head. It's
it's-
the vampire biting the arm,
yeah,
right?
it's swelling like exquisite blood.
Exquisite Blood. There
Is
it
that
is.
it? Did we
Yes.
get there?
Got
Okay.
there. Fucking
Oh,
sweet.
see, that's why we're the broadcasting professionals.
Yep,
that's
there it is.
why we're here. Okay,
Let's pay some life. We got 5 cards, and these are the cards that I really like.
I like every card in this category, starting with Wall of Blood.
Wall of Blood. 3-drop, 0/2 wall. Pay a life. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It got Defender. So you just pay all your life and fucking
Kill somebody.
kill somebody.
Wall
and,
of Butt.
and almost us,
Yes,
which is the fun part.
we'll gain it back. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, walls can't attack. Unspeakable Symbol. I love this card.
Pay 3 life. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. What that really means is pay 3 life. Put a +1 on a creature,
Then put 3 more counters on that creature,
and then put
or 9, or
put
12.
3 more. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is fucking really good.
that's not too bad. Marshland Bloodcaster or Marshland Buttcaster.
This is from Commander Legends,
I don't think so.
or this is from Strixhaven Commander decks, I think.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Okay, this is a 5-drop, brand new. We never played this card before. 5-drop, 3/4, Vampire Warlock with flying, black 1 tap. Rather than pay the mana for a spell, you can pay life equal to its mana cost. So that's kind of like Rick, Son of Yawgmoth, which is our next card.
Wow, that's a pretty good card.
Yes, but it's just for your next spell.
That's a pretty good card.
Yeah.
I mean, that could go in your, well, Crick. We're going to talk about Crick, but like if you have a commander that's super duper expensive and you just really need to play him again, that kind of gives you a really painful out to play your commandy again instead of paying your commander tax.
Yeah, because it doesn't say from your hand.
Yeah.
It just says the next one that you would cast this turn.
So if your commander suddenly costs 10, you could pay 10 life instead.
Or if you have an X spell and you want X equal like 30, does that count? I'm sure it does, because you declare what X is, then you have to pay all costs for it.
Oh, yeah.
That could be a thing.
So did they just put fucking channel in EDH?
This is, what is it called?
Marshland Buttcaster.
Marshland Channelcaster.
Is this... They put... You could play this with Torment of Hailfire and just go to town.
You can play this with Time Stretch. That's fine.
Sure. Crick, Son of Yawgmoth.
Yes. Yeah, this is Phyrexian 4, so you could pay like 6 life and 4. He's a 2/2. He's got lifelink, so it's just, you're going to get your life back anyways, as if you fucking care.
Yeah.
And for each black mana in the mana symbols of cards you play, you can just pay 2 life instead.
So like Unspeakable Symbol... No, I guess Unspeakable... Oh, Unspeakable Symbol would be like 2 life, 2 life, 1.
He's got another ability too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever you play a black spell, you can put a +1 counter on him.
And he's also got lifelink.
Didn't even know that.
To get all that life back. Yeah, he's a good card.
Yeah.
And the last one is E-Honda.
This is Doom Whisperer.
That
Yes,
also.
6/6 for 5, because he needed to cost 5.
Of course, yes.
Flying Trampler.
And that's it, right?
Nope.
Because it's
Nope,
a 6/6 flyer for 5. He's got more?
Yep.
Oh.
Pay 2 life.
Oh.
Surveil 2. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put any number on the top or into your graveyard.
So,
Paid 38 life. Fucking kill somebody.
yep. All
right.
All right. We're getting there.
Very excellent. When I say pay 38 life and then kill them, what I mean is you pay all that life, you put 1 mana into our commander, and then we buff up one of our creatures.
Yes.
So realistically, like, we've got one more category, which is like life gain and drain or whatever.
Right.
And there's some creatures in there that we're gonna care about that are just gonna be on the board that already gave us value.
Yes, they'll be value, and then they'll swing in and do some damage.
Yeah, because they're on like the 2, 3, 4 converted mana cost kind of plane, and then we drop something at 5 or 6, dump a whole bunch of life into it, and then all of a sudden we can pay 1 more mana and kill somebody when they weren't expecting it.
Right.
Okay, so let's read some creature.
Well,
Oh, first it's not a creature.
yeah, the first one's Whip of Erebos, Ryan.
Is that a getter backer? Is that a...
Creatures you control have lifelink.
Oh, that's important.
It's a legendary enchantment artifact.
Okay.
So, for black 2, creatures you control have lifelink, and then black 2 tap, return target creature card from your graveyard to play. It gains haste, exile at the beginning of the next end step. If it would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. Activate this ability only any time you can activate sorcery.
So it's a getter backer and a lifelinker.
Yes.
We care about both of those things, and it would get our Doom Whisperer back, like on the cheap or whatever, for 1 turn, so we could pay a bunch of life.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, that is pretty neat.
Okay.
Vampire Nightcock.
Yeah. Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink, 2/3 for 3.
Do you think there's any serial killer enthusiasts that would want, like, Vampire Night stock, and they could put, like, whatever his name was, Richard Ramirez, painted on there? I don't know if that's necessarily a Ryan altar, but that's something that...
People are into serial killer lore, hey? That's kind of weird.
Lots of the documentaries and stuff coming out about it. I actually watched, I think it was a Night Stalker one. It was pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, they're interesting to learn how, like, that type of person thinks, like the what are they, the psychopath or sociopath, like people who don't feel guilt.
Like people with, like, the antisocial... Because not all psychopaths are
murderers.
Yeah, or even bad people. Like they could be your friend or your coworker, and
yeah.
Well, it's not scary. It's just a thing, right? Like,
yeah, I think the term has a negative connotation attached to it, right?
Absolutely, it does. Continuing, we have the Lenten Dean of the Vein.
Ooh, I'll give you the vein.
I was going to say you could paint a fucking big dick on there. Big, right?
You said it, I didn't.
I did.
Oh, man. This does something. You get a pest if you pay, if something dies, when you do, something this, if that. It's got lifelink. It's a 1 mana, 1/1 lifelinker. That's why it's in here, I think.
Agreed.
What's on the back?
Lisette, Dean of the Root.
Oh, fuck. It's got 700 more lines of text. Moving on.
Hang on. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1 if you do put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain trample until end of turn.
Hey, that's a good card.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, we care about that.
Because you could make never mind. I was going to say you could make a bunch of pest tokens with the front half, and then you could turn it over, but you got to get it back to your hand first or put it in your yard
kill it
and then
whip
revive
Erebos it, or fuck that.
Spike Feeder.
Ooh, this is a +1 on it, or 2 +1s on it. You can remove a +1 from it to put a +1 on target creature, or remove a +1 from it to gain 2 life.
Ooh, so you could make it gigantic with your dude.
Oh, yeah.
Then remove all the counters to gain a whole bunch of life, and then assumably you'll make something else really, really big because you're going to untap your girl. And
yeah, you could surveil like 30 times, and then you put 30 +1s on your Spike Feeder, and then you remove all those 30 again to gain all your life back. And you've surveilled 30 times, and your life total's still at 40 or whatever.
Neat.
That's cool. Okay.
Rite of Consumption. This is a win condition.
When you cast it as an additional cost, you got to sack a creature, and then Rite of Consumption deals damage equal to the sacrifice creature's power to target player, and then we gain that much life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing I just said about like surveilling 30 times and then fucking throwing your guy at somebody, is that like Black Fling?
Yeah.
That's bling.
Yeah.
Yes. Or Flack.
I like that better.
I like Flack better. Fling Black.
Nighthawk Scavenger.
Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink, 1+ star 2?
3.
Okay, and then something to make it bigger than 1.
Nighthawk's power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types.
Oh
among
yeah,
cards in your opponent's graveyard.
Yes, this is Vampire Nighthawk plus Tarmogoyf.
Vamp Goyf.
Yes.
Goyfcock.
Tarmopire.
All of those are acceptable.
I like Goyfcock the best, but I don't know how it fits together. Don't Google that.
No, definitely don't. Murderous Rider.
ETBs, fuck, I don't know. It goes on an adventure and it kills something, but it's a life linking 2/3. That's why it's in there.
Yeah, lifelinking Tur 3 goes on the bottom of your library when it dies, and its adventure is destroy target creature or planeswalker. You lose 2 life.
Oh,
so it's a pretty good card.
Okay.
Can't keep that giant in check though. Apparently,
don't care.
The shock giant, yeah, apparently it's too good. Momentous Fall.
Yes, this is a good card. As an additional cost, sack a creature. You draw cards equal to its power, and you gain life equal to its toughness. So this is another instance where we can draw 87 cards after we surveil, and then we can gain all the life back that we just paid through Doom Whisperer.
Yeah.
Good.
Good card.
Good.
The Kakoosh.
Kakushi? Kakushi it's like Grey Merchant of Asphodel, but it's just 5s all of your opponents.
And it's when it dies.
Yeah, and we are playing Grey Merchant as well.
Yeah, Grey Merchant of Ass. Hateful Eidolon.
This is a lifelinking 1/1 for 1. Whenever enchanted...
It's a 1/2 for 1, Ryan.
Oh, look at that. Whenever
shit.
enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you control that was attached to it. I think you just attach that to a creature because it's an enchant creature spirit. Right?
What? That doesn't even... It's an enchantment creature. Are we playing enchantments in this deck that I missed a whole bunch of?
Wait, that doesn't even have Bestow. Why are we playing this card?
This should be a Necropotence.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Caught it. We have a Grey Merchant. We talked about that. Gifted Etherborn.
Gifted Etherborn. Death Touch, Lifelink, 2/3. That's another one where we're just going to pump the crap out of it in attack after we paid a bunch of life. And then, because it's got Lifelink, we'll gain it all back.
This next card just has a way more hideous feel to it now that I know we're playing fucking Channel in the deck. And it's Exsanguinate.
Exsanguinate. That's another win con. You pay X, you gain X, everybody loses X.
You don't gain X.
Well, you gain equal to the amount of life that was lost.
That's way more than
so
X
you gain
usually.
3X if you've got 3 opponents.
That's right.
You ever just cast a value Exsanguinate for like 8?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. You gain like 24?
Exactly.
Pretty good.
That's not bad at all. Essence Harvest.
Essence Harvest. Target player loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the amount of creatures you control?
The greatest power among creatures you control.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
that's another win con.
That's much better,
Because we're going to put like 30 +1 counters on a dude.
And totally rad art on there, too. It's like a giant fucking asshole with teeth sucking a fart out of some other guy. It's awesome.
Through his mouth?
Yeah. Well, sucking a burp out doesn't sound as funny.
No, it's not as bad. It's reminiscent of the human centipede, isn't it?
There's 3 of those. And we'll get into that later. Disciple of Bolas.
Enters the battlefield, sacrifice another creature, you draw X, lose X. X is creature's power.
Yes.
Sure.
Banehound.
Lifelink, haste, 1/1.
Last card, Alchemist's Gift.
And this, the award for shittiest draft common in the fucking deck goes to maybe that Eidolon, but this also. This is a black instant. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains your choice of Death Touch or Lifelink until end of turn.
Here's what you play instead of this. Okay? You play another Necropotence and hope nobody notices. That's what you do instead of playing that trash.
Oh no, I think you pay a whole bunch of life with Doom Whisperer and you just surveil till you hit like that card. And then you put a bunch of fucking +1s on your Doom Whisperer and somebody's like, "Oh, I'm going to lightning bolt you." And you're like, "No, you're not. I'll just fucking gift you." What is it called? Alchemist's Gift. And I'll just gain 30 back or whatever.
Yeah, but he's gonna bolt. You're gonna get bolted in response. To
yeah, it's just an example. You know
but I do know what you're saying. But God, jeez,
God dang,
get out of here.
You know what? Okay, moving on. Strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths. Plays bad cards. I think this is a strength because
it's a deck that makes bad cards good.
Yes, and we love those.
Yes,
we're doing something bad and making it good, but it's also kind of a weakness because we're playing bad cards.
I think it's only a weakness if you don't have your commander.
Yeah.
The deck is very commander-centric, and the really cool cards are really cool and lots of fun, and they're great, but if you don't have Willowdusk out, now you're just playing a bunch of bad cards.
Yeah, and the thing is, Willowdusk only costs 3, and then only costs 5, and only costs 7.
But then she costs 9.
Yeah, are you really going to pay, like...
And then she costs 11 life.
In Commander games, do you really cast your Commander more than 3 times before the game's kind of over? Like, do we ever even care about her costing 9? Or do we just, like, move off of the Willowdusk plan and hope that we can Doom Whisperer, Unspeakable Symbol the plan once Commander costs 9? I don't think that we have to worry about that.
Probably not.
So, Strength, 3-drop Commander, it's fine.
Cool.
Plays good cards that become better.
Yeah.
This is better than playing bad cards.
Yes.
Like the Doom Whisperer that I keep bringing up. That card is so gall dang ass powerful.
Just on its own, it's really good.
Yeah.
And in a deck like this, it becomes much better.
It's facilitating our strategy. We've got 5 getter backers that Doom Whisperer helps us find. Right? We're playing good removal, Reckless Bite, Snuff Out, like Feed the Swarm. These are actual like black cards that are good, and they just get better because they make our creatures bigger with Willowdusk.
Agreed.
This is good.
Is Ashes to Ashes a card that could fit in here? Because it hurts you too, and it gets 2 things.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one in
here
too.
I think that makes people sack 2 creatures, and we lose 5.
I think you exile them.
Is it exile?
Isn't exile them? I'll look it up while you go on. You go on, I'll look this card up.
Sure. Okay. I like this.
Ashes to Ashes. Black, 1. Exile 2 target non-artifact creatures. It deals 5 damage to you.
That's fine.
That'd be a good card in this deck.
Yeah, I like that one. And love that Drew Tucker art. Hey, I met him and he signed like my oldest beat up the oldest, most beat up Ashes to Ashes that ever was. And he's like, "Man, I love seeing old beat up cards, man." I was like, cool. I like this deck. It's budget. It's relatively budget, that is. It's a lesser built new commander, which we love to feature. We don't want to just build the same shit that everybody else is building.
Right on.
So this is cool. Moving over to the weaknesses. It does play bad cards.
Yeah.
So if you are stuck off of your commander,
it goes back to talking about it's very commander centric, and decks like that are easy to disrupt,
which
and then
is
you're
fine.
left with
if decks that aren't commander centric end up being just generic good stuff decks that don't care about the commander because all of the cards are so powerful.
Yeah.
So playing bad cards that focus on the commander is my preference as opposed to good stuff decks.
Me too.
And this is also my preference. High risk, high reward. Fuck yeah, I'll go down to 1.
Yeah.
I'll go down to 1 to try and kill you. And maybe you'll kill me, but somebody's going to die.
Yeah.
And I like that. Weaknesses, though.
I noticed this one talking about it just as we were talking about the deck. I think that the whole point is to make another creature big.
Yes.
And I don't think we're playing enough creatures in this deck.
You don't think?
I don't think we are.
When we sort to creature, we got 22 creature. We think we could, and plus the commander, but she can't target herself.
She can't make herself bigger. And some of them are just, like, they're shitty, but like some of them have other purposes, which is cool, and you can repurpose them to swing in. I just don't think that there's enough of them. Like 22 sounds like a lot, but I don't think it's enough. I would play a couple more.
Well, you know what? We suggested like Necropotence 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
Maybe we play Necropotence once. And the
Sure.
other two things we said to cut, maybe you move the creature count up to 24, 25?
I think that would be better.
That'd be better.
That's what I think.
Okay. Final weakness. There is randomly some expensive cards in this deck.
Yes.
Now, the entire budget of the deck, if we're moving forward, is $208.
Sure.
Which is totally affordable.
Absolutely.
Totally affordable, particularly because there's some hyped up prices due to like the foil versions being listed in the deck list,
Yes.
which people do just to kind of track what they have, right? What
Agreed.
the actual deck is.
Yeah.
So when you kind of take that out of account, Kakusho, $23.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Not even shitting your
Oh
shit.
my God! It's wow.
Yeah, $20 you could find it for on TCG Player, but it might be like a medium, maybe lightly played. Whatever. If you're into that, cool. Do it.
It might be a proxy fake card. Yeah.
I don't want to say that about anybody.
I would
any
never say
vendors,
that,
but $23, there it is. It's right up there again. Remember when that card was too good for the format?
yeah.
Air quotes, too good. It was banned.
Yeah.
Anyways, Vito, $10 because of standard, I think. Plus, he's one half of like a known combo in black,
Yeah.
right? And anyways, Heroic Intervention. This is a foil in the deck, but it's $13. Just reprinted last year.
Dang.
That card's good.
That's a good card.
That's a real card. Yeah,
I
for
never
sure.
play it.
And
Nah.
just reprinted in Commander 21. Price is going down, but 1,000-year elixir still $17. And that's going to let us get two activations out of our commander.
Why do I keep wanting to call her Crick? I know that Crick is the son of Yawgmoth. I think that this person's name is Crick.
Her name should be Willow Crick.
Just Crick.
Just Crick?
And Crick and nothing else. Just Crick.
Crick. Well,
K-R-I-K. Crick.
We've been calling her Willowdusk and nothing else.
Her
Her name could just be Willow. That's my cousin's name.
It's a good name.
Yeah, my cousin, not Willowdusk. Not the same person. Not at all.
We don't know that.
Well,
Yeah. We
I
don't know
guess
that.
not.
We don't freaking know that.
So those are the four most expensive cards in the deck. Those four: Kakusho, Vito, Heroic Intervention, 1,000-year elixir. You take them out, $63 we're saving. $145 deck.
It's not too bad.
Built out of a lot of recent stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
I think that that's okay too.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
And we get to play Tree of Redemption.
$5.
It's $5.
$5.
Wow. Do you remember when stores would give you a new pack of Masters 25? Because that was mythic and it was like 38 cents.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you invest in mythics that are less than $1.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause now they're
hashtag MTG Finance. Now you can definitely 100% unload your 100 Tree of Redemptions at $5. That's definitely how that works.
Yeah, that's going to be something that stores are going to want to take off your hands.
Yeah, you can definitely take that into, I don't know, a bank and say, hey, here's my collateral. It's a pile of Tree of Redemptions.
You cannot redeem them. You know what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay. Spice Calculator.
Spice Calculator.
Popularity on EDH.com. This is Willowdusk Essence Seer. 31st out of Golgari / Witherbloom commanders.
Okay, she is down there with some great company, Ravnica All-Star Sisters of Stone Death.
Yes.
And she's right below Mira Thorn of the Glade, partnered with Numa Jaraga Chieftain.
What?
Yeah, right? There it is.
Huh?
Right? Like, at least maybe people have heard of Sisters of Stone Death because they wanted to look up cards that did everything but cost way too much.
I do play Miara Thorn of the Glade. I play that in Gak Ball
Sure.
because it's like when an elf dies, you draw a card.
Sure.
That's good.
Yep. And the other one,
No idea.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Fuck them.
Yeah, who cares?
31st. 126 now. Holy, people are building since I made the show notes.
We can alter on the fly. We are something adaptable.
There
That's
it is.
the word.
There it is. There it is.
Adaptable.
Now, average CMC 3.00, right on the money.
Wow.
Average mana value, that is.
What the hell is that?
That's CMC. Get with the times, Brando. Come on.
What the fuck?
Okay. And finally, sort of, this is the uniqueness rating. When we go to edhrec.com, go to Willowdusk's page, we compare how many cards are in the deck we're looking at versus the stock Willowdusk page, of which, remember, there's like 200 and some cards on that page.
Right.
Right? So more than are in the deck.
Mhm.
We count them all up. We see a bunch of matches, like a bunch.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the pay any amount of life cards are on there, and a lot of the Golgari good stuff cards are on there.
Actually, if we circle back for 1 second
Sure.
to the weaknesses category, that is kind of a weakness of a commander like this, where they have a narrow set of cards that are really good with it. You know what I mean?
So you got to play them all. We call that Zata effect.
Exactly. Like you're playing Mortality Spear. You know what's better than Mortality Spear? Assassin's Trophy, right? But you're playing the one that works with your commander. Oddly enough, Assassin's Trophy is also on the list
Yes.
for Willow. But that's probably where the high number of matches comes from.
Yes, because there's a specific ask that the commander
Exactly.
is doing. Yes, okay. So we add it all up. There are 13 unique cards in our list that are not on EDH.com's stock Willowdusk page.
Whew.
Yeah, so we're playing 13 different cards. Not very many. Not very many. Usually that uniqueness rating is like in the 40s or 50s because the nation's really good. But this has got a unique ask. So we punch it all into the spice calculator. We get 30.8.
It's new. Lots of people have the same idea. And it's not a prescribed build path, but here we are.
That's right. And going back to the high risk, high reward, pay 39 life type magic, if you want to do that, if that's the kind of magic that you want, this is a good way to do it. And I think just playing that kind of magic is unique, right? And it used to be such that you had to pay, or you had to play black and white. Orzhov, you won with things like near-death experience, or you win with things like surveilling down with your Doom Whisperer to like a second sunrise, or approach the second sun, I mean.
Right.
That's how you did it. Now we can do it in Golgari colors, which I think adds to the uniqueness, the spiciness, and it does it in a way that's different. That doesn't just say you win the game for having one life.
You could do it with, you could do it with Blood Bond combo if you were a scumbag. You could, there's lots of things you could do in this deck to make it, I don't know, you could put a bunch of infect creatures in here. Right? If you wanted to. There's lots of places you could go with this deck that we didn't.
Yeah, and I think infect would be fine because every one life you pay that you put a counter on a card with is actually the equivalent of 4 on a non-infect creature because you only have to deal 10. So this could be a viable infect commander, but then you're playing infect.
Yeah, then
and there's already those kinds of tricks, and then you're not playing the pay 39 life deck, which is why this deck is interesting.
Truth.
Right? So I really like decks like this, and even if all Willowdusk decks do this, oh, look at that alliteration.
That's a mouthful and a half, yeah.
Even if they all do this, it's not like you're going to be running fucking into Willowdusks every time you turn a corner at a Magic Fest.
No.
Right?
I bet you'll run into one.
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet you when Magic Fests come back, and they fucking will, you're going to run into a Willowdusk deck. It's probably going to do something similar to this, and it's going to be fun to play against.
Very much so. Versus running into good stuff Muldrotha that just plays good cards that they can get from their graveyard. Or value Kenrith, value Golos. Check out top 5 and 5, by the way, because we excluded those cards on purpose.
Yes, we did.
You're going to see the same deck, but it's going to be fine because the deck itself is doing something unique. I think that's a good, for me, final thought of the day. But before we get to your final thought of the day, we got to thank the glorious overlords at FusionGamingOnline.com.
Yeah, business daddy.
Where you can use CCO Fusion 5 to get your card of the week.
To get your card of the week.
Okay, this is what I think. And sometimes we cheat.
Okay.
I want to say card of the week, Doom Whisperer, because we talked about him so much.
Right.
But what I really mean is Doom Whisperer and cards of that ilk. The Unspeakable Symbol, the Wall of Blood, Necropotence, shit that's just like, pay any amount of life.
Fuck my life, yeah.
Yeah, fuck my life to fuck your life.
Exactly.
I will cut off my nose to spite your face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you put the nose in a sack and you swing it around and you're just going.
Yes.
Cartilage is heavy, right?
If you get enough noses. Or just Brandos. Oh, man. So I'm going to give it to Doom Whisperer. I'm going to give it to Unspeakable Symbol, Wall of Blood. You head on over to Fusion, CCO Fusion 5. It doesn't need to be those cards. It can be any card in the deck or any card you want. You're going to buy them anyways. You might as well go to Fusion. Help the show. Help Fusion. Help your god dang ass self saving some 5%.
Buying stuff you're going to buy anyway.
Yeah, buying stuff you're going to 5 anyways.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right. So, big thanks to FusionGamingOnline.com. They are our official business daddies, helping us keep the lights on for all of you. Thank you all for being along with us on another whirlwind adventure. We hope to see you back here real soon, or over on the YouTube channel. We do the show for you, for your ear holes and your eye holes and all of your other holes. If you have a Stonks Haven Commander deck that you're working on, send it in to us, commandercookout@gmail.com, or on the Preferred Decklist channel on our Patreon, not Patreon,
Patreon Discord? We can call it that.
the Discord. But get in there, it's a great time. The nation's a great place. Finger blasting is the most fun you're ever going to have in your entire life, and you could be part of it all. And you can also be part of the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!